I'm actually so nervous right now. Hi everyone, my name is Ren and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my sticker binder, which is essentially all the collection of art pieces that I made, turned them into a sticker over the past few months. I primarily make digital art, but I still turn them into stickers because something about turning my digital art into a physical sticker just satiates the crow-hoarding trinkets energy inside of me. I haven't sold them yet. It's still a logistic that I'm trying to figure out myself, but these are all the collection of everything that I've made for the past few months, different ideas, different themes that I've experimented with it. So yeah, let's get started. Starting off, it is my original character section. So we have two main original characters that I made, Shoto and Miko. Both of them are bunnies that, you know, are based on my character and I. Miko is a more dramatic, flared diva-like, and Shoto is kind of like the calm one. I don't know who is who in basis to my partner and I, because we both have our Miko moments, but I can tell Shoto is more like him because he's a lot more calmer than I ever will be. As for the design themselves, my favorite detail has to be Miko's giant bow. It is completely unnecessary, slightly ridiculous, and exactly the right amount of extra. I absolutely love it. I definitely will be making a lot of them as stickers in the future. I've also made some of the art prints, which if I ever get around printing it, will be in the next art showcase, hopefully. But yeah, these are my original characters. So the next page is the fan art section, and right off the bat we have Whopper. So I love Pokemon. So I grew up watching Pokemon. Back in Nepal, where I grew up, we did not used to have cable TV until I was like 6 to 7 years old. It was like a rich people luxury. So when I didn't have cable, we did have this very fancy CD player that my dad had bought, which is very expensive for that time, mind you. And he had bought like a couple of Pokemon movies for me to watch. And I used to watch the legendary Pokemon movies of Celebi, Entei, stuff like that. And from that's why Pokemon has a really, really valuable place in my heart. A special place, not valuable. But yeah, I like this one because it is very derpy. He just looks very, very derpy. That's about it. It's purely out of nostalgic value and also because he looks silly. Next up, we have Bee and Puppy Cat. So I love the Bee and Puppy Cat series, primarily because I love the aesthetics, the color, the music. Something about that show just puts me so much on ease. So I made this sticker, which is essentially Puppy Cat saying, "Hocus pocus, I'm unable to focus," which is honestly, if you could sum up my life, this would be it. Next up, we have Chopper. So I again recently watched One Piece, and literally Chopper is my boy. He is my son. Every time he comes up on the screen, I just want to steal him. Like, he is so adorable. So I had to make that into a sticker and keep it for myself. You'll notice that I don't actually have a lot of fan art as stickers, but that's intentional because I used to make a lot of fan art, but then again, slowly I realized the people that I was gathering was only because they liked the fandom. They were not exactly, I was like writing up and building a community based on a fan art hype, which if you like it, it's fine, but I just did not think that was a good idea, at least for me. I wanted to make an art community that was more built up on original pieces. More on that in the next video. I will surely talk about it. Moving on to the next page, we have a collection of random animals with random thoughts. Honestly, this is probably the art style I enjoy drawing the most right now. It's quite different from the work that I used to make, and I think it reflects where I am creatively these days. I made this one because as much as I sound very confident in camera, I am actually not that much, in a sense that it's not something that naturally comes to me. It's something that I learned throughout the years. So even though every video that I make, every upload that I put up on YouTube, I'm slowly like in the background panicking, hoping it will do good. But yeah, this is something that I relate to a lot. A lot of these animal stickers are inspired by little thoughts, feelings, and experiences that are surprisingly universal. That's why I enjoy making them so much, because a lot of people relate to it. And honestly, that is my goal. Like, I used to feel like my art needs to be like emotionally devastating, and like it needs to carry this big emotional weight, I would say. But as I was making all those things, I realized I don't need to do that. My life has enough things for me to go through character development. I want my art to be a happy space for both me and the people that enjoy them. So yeah, these are the silly things, and I am okay making silly things. My next page is my raccoon collection. So if you can't see it already, but I have a little raccoon obsession. And by little, I mean a lot, because I have made so many stickers out of them. And these are not only the ones that I've made. Like there were a lot more before I gave it out to people around me. For some reason, raccoons are one of my favorite animals to draw. I think it's because they're cute, they're chaotic, they're mischievous, and all that. And on top of that, there's this whole internet subculture of raccoon and opossum memes, which I honestly love. So I do have to turn them into my own versions. So these are all the stickers that I've made. Every time I make one, I say I'm gonna make no more, but of course I'm lying to myself. But yeah, these are all my raccoon stickers, and I am in love with them. The next page has more of a pink Coquette inspired aesthetic. I want this collection to feel soft, feminine, a little dreamy, so I kept reaching for pinks, bows, ribbons, and all the things that make my brain go, yes, more of that. Now, if you're looking closely, you might notice that some of these pieces quite don't match the color palette of the others. And before you ask, yes, they were supposed to. Somehow, I swear I made them really, like, I made them in the same color palette digitally in my tablet, but they don't look the same. Like, one is a little bit washed out than the others. I don't know if it's printer, if it's color management, it's some setting that, you know, that's just not working out for me. But that's what it is. That's what the journey of being an artist is like. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. Remember what I told last video, you should also show the things that don't work out. So yeah, but overall, I am in love with these two. I love how color-coded they are, at least the rest of it. I love this one that says, "My swag is bewildering." Like, that video is in my head so much. I don't know if you guys know about that video about, like, if you don't think whatever, don't even send that invite, my swag is bewildering. Like, that video is in my head over and over. So I had to turn that into a sticker somehow, anyhow. And finally, we have these Coquette themed stamp stickers. I have been obsessed with like stamp style stickers for a while. There's something about them that scratches a particular part of my brain that I can't really explain. They're very tiny, they're very cute, and they're great for journaling. When I was looking for a lot of stamp stickers, I was not finding the exact kind that I was looking for, which is more like pinkish, coquette aesthetic kind of. So, you know, the perks of being an artist. You can make your own. I took all the little elements I love, soft pink colors, bows, ribbons, flowers, vintage inspired details, and turned them into a collection of stamp stickers that felt exactly what I needed. And honestly, this was one of the most fun projects that I worked on. There wasn't a grand artistic statement behind it. I just wanted something cute, and I got to spend hours making tiny decorative details, which basically is my version of a good time. I'm really proud of how these turned out, and they're probably some of my favorite pieces in the binder. And yeah, being an artist means that you can make your stuff by yourself. Yeah, I'm very proud of this. So yeah, that is all of my stickers that I made up until now. That is in my binder. I hope you like to see this collection, and if you like to see more of it, please let me know in the comments. Tell me which ones that you liked or you want me to make more of, so that I can keep on doing that in the future. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to be your sparkly selves and know that I love you.